Hi everybody, it's Sophie from littlebrownharevintage.com. I've been joined by Teddy today. He proved quite popular in my last video and he's decided to join us today. Oh, well, kind of. He's lying down next to me now. Hey Teds! I just wanted to talk to you about my week. I went to London on Tuesday for an exciting reason that I can't quite talk about yet. Sorry, I just saw a shadow appear at the doorway. It was either a ghost or my neighbour. I hope it was the latter. So as I was saying, I went to London on Tuesday for a potentially exciting reason that I can't talk about yet. But while I was there, or after I was finished doing what I was doing, I decided to go to Portobello Road, which I did think would be a dangerous thing to do, and I was right. Even though I'm trying to be good and not spend money this month, but so far it's not working out too well. I love Portobello Road, it's so nice, and there's a couple of antique shops. The market wasn't on actually because it was only a Tuesday, but the antique shops are gorgeous. So I went to have a look at some of the antique shops and I decided that I would show you. I only bought a couple of things, but I thought you might like to see what I bought. So the first thing was, well, I'll show it you first and then. So this was what I got. It's an old map, and I love maps. They're so nice in a frame. There was like a big bucket of maps outside one of these antique shops, and I thought, oh, I'll just have a flick through and see if there's anything there. Most of them were of Scotland, and then this was virtually one of the last maps that I looked at, and it's Wharfdale, which is the valley that I live in within Yorkshire, and you can see that there's the UK on the back. So I'll just, it's like I think it's called cloth folded map. It dates from 1945, so it's quite interesting actually, because obviously there's no motorways on here, and there's quite a few, oh, obviously it tastes nice, Teddy's licking it. There's quite a few interesting things, like the old asylum, which is in the village next to the town that I work in. So I don't know if you can see there. So that's Ilkley there, that's the town that I work in, and here's all the Ilkley Moor that I live in Yorkshire. So anyway, it's quite interesting, but I just thought when it folds out, it's pretty large, and it says Wharfdale at the top there. So I think in a mounted frame on the wall, that's going to look really nice. So that was my first purchase. And then the second thing that I bought was from the same shop, was this, and I stood there honestly for probably about 20 minutes deciding whether to buy this or not. Kind of because of the price, but also there was a smaller one and I couldn't decide whether to get the bigger one or the smaller one. But anyway, I made up my mind in the end. And it's this beauteous thing. It's actually a door knocker, but I think that we're just going to mount him on the wall. I've got a lovely painting on the wall by a local artist called Laura Wallace. It's gorgeous, and it's all these kind of rich browns and purples. It's of a bluebell wood. So he's going to sit above the painting. My little stag's head. We've got on the other wall in our living room some big, huge antlers, reindeer antlers or deer antlers. So I think that'll complement him nicely. So he's my new friend. When I went to London on Tuesday, my boyfriend was supposed to be taking me to the train station, but he was ill. So I decided to drive down by myself in the morning, but obviously being Tuesday morning, it was, I don't know, like 9 o'clock, and it was just insanely busy. Obviously I hadn't thought about it, but I was driving around, finding somewhere to park and getting really stressed out. And then I pulled down a road near the train station and saw a lady getting into her car, and so I jumped out of the car and said, please, and appealed to her, please could I park in your drive, could I ask you a massive favour? Well, actually, I asked her if I could park just next to their front garden, and she said, oh, it's my mother-in-law's house, but you can park. In fact, park in the drive, it's fine. And I said, are you sure? And she said, oh yes, it's fine, don't worry about it. So I was incredibly grateful, parked in the driveway. And when I was in London, I got her a thank you card and wrote it and was going to put it through the door when I got back. Anyway, it was about 10 o'clock when I got back from London. It was quite late, and went to my car, and the mother-in-law had parked behind me, blocking me in, and had left a note on my windscreen saying, I demand to know who it is that's allowed you to park on my driveway. Why have you blocked the route to my garage? So I was mortified and upset that she hadn't, the woman obviously had forgotten to tell her mother-in-law, or the mother-in-law had forgotten. But she blocked me in completely. She said, do not ring the doorbell or knock on the door. And she wasn't, I mean, I think she's an old lady, so I didn't want to disturb her anyway at that time. So I kind of moved my car out of the way of her garage so she could get in. It was a double driveway, so she could have not blocked me in, but she'd obviously decided to. So I pushed the card through the door, letterbox anyway, and then looked at my phone. My battery had died, so I couldn't ring my boyfriend to come and pick me up. So snivelling in the dark with all my bags, I had to walk home. We live about half an hour away from the train station, so I had to trudge all the way home after walking around London all day as well, with blisters on my feet. So I was feeling really sorry for myself when I got home. And I had pushed the thank you note through the door. And the next morning when we went round to see if the old lady was still parked there, her car had gone, and I looked and the thank you note had been taken. So I hoped that she'd seen it and then realised what had happened. So that was a humongous drama for me anyway. But hopefully I will be able to update you on my other news very shortly. Keep an eye out for that video. Also, I'm planning on doing a dark waxing video soon. I'm actually going to do a big commission piece tomorrow, and I'm sanding down orange pine and then restaining it using a different coloured wax. So I hope that maybe, I don't know if I'll be able to film because obviously it's in somebody else's house, but I'll definitely take pictures and post a tutorial on my website, which is littlebrownharevintage.com, for any of you that are interested in that kind of thing. Other than that, that's all for now. So I will speak to you soon. Have a lovely weekend. Happy Friday, everybody. Yay. I'm so happy it's Friday. I'm exhausted. And I'll speak to you soon. Okay, bye.